the matzah, leaving behind only the part that is baked properly.
After inspecting the matzahs and taking challah, the finished matzahs are ready to be weighed and packaged. They weigh the matzahs using a scale to make sure that the correct amount is put into every box. After the boxes are sealed, they have to be handled very carefully. If the boxes are dropped, the matzahs inside could break. For each Seder on Pesach, we need to use 3 completely whole matzahs. We will break the middle matzah early on during Yachatz, and we will hide away the bigger piece for the Afikomen and eat it by itself. The men weighing the boxes will sometimes put some broken matzahs into the box, so that the weight will be correct. As soon as one box is filled up and closed, a new box is ready to be filled.
The matzah is then wrapped and put into boxes. Each box is sealed with a sticker and labeled with the details of that batch.
These boxes will be sent to stores around the world, so people could then go buy handmade matzah shmura for Pesach.
Machine-made matzahs. Machine matzah is made the same way that handmade matzah is.
Yeah, except they use machines.
Yes, Shimmy, that's kind of obvious.
I knew it.
Shimmy, you are very smart.
Why, thank you. And you have a beautiful voice.
Huh?
And you're also very smart and a big Talmid Chacham.
Thank you, Shimmy, you are so sweet. Are you ready to continue?
Of course I'm ready to continue. What do you think I'm doing here? Okay, so you were talking about machine-made matzahs.
Yes, basically the machines will do a lot of the work instead of the people.
First, the men carefully clean every part of the machines and equipment to remove even the smallest particle of dough that can become chametz. They will clean it with special air pressure guns that blow air at very high speeds. Some parts will be cleaned using high pressure water hoses to rinse away every particle.
Some pieces of the equipment, like the part used to punch the holes in the matzah, are very intricate and will need to be removed totally from the machine so that they can be cleaned properly.
After it is cleaned, it is carefully put back into the machine. Because it is very heavy and delicate, it is moved back and forth from the cleaning area to the machine using a specially fitted cart with wheels. It is then attached to a metal arm overhead and carefully lined up with the machine. After it is in place, the hole punch part is lowered and then locked into place.
This part of the conveyor belt will be cleaned as the belt is moving, so that every part that comes into contact with the dough is completely chametz-free.
The table under the mixing area will be scrubbed down by hand and carefully checked to make sure that it is completely clean and ready to be used in the next batch. The cleaning process is done all over again before every new run begins.
The flour is measured into these buckets to make sure that for each batch, the correct amount is being used. They then take the measured buckets of flour and line them up next to the window so that they will be ready to be poured into the mixing bowl.
The flour is then poured into the mixing bowl, which is then moved on wheels to the water station.
At the water station, the man in the water room opens the window and pours the pre-measured buckets of water into the flour in the mixing bowl. He also has more buckets that are measured and waiting for the next batch.
The mixing bowl is then brought to the mixing machine.
The machine quickly spins special dough hooks to combine the flour and water, making small pieces of dough. They will clean off dough that sticks to the hooks, and then move the mixing bowl to the first part of the machine.
These small pieces of dough are unloaded into a machine that will press it into a smoother dough.
Unlike handmade matzahs, they will take the challah now and put it aside to be burnt later on. They do this because the machines are able to work with a batch of dough that is bigger than the amount needed for challah.
43 and a half eggs, right?
Yep.
See, I was listening.
Very good, Shimmy.
That comes out to about 5 pounds of flour.
That's right, Shimmy.
Wow, Yaakov, we're really learning a lot here.
Yes, we sure are. Alright, let's keep going.
The dough is pressed in the next part of the machine, and it is then fed into a special heavy roller that will press the dough thoroughly. This thick sheet of dough is now fed into another roller that will press it even harder and thinner. The dough is folded back and forth by hand so that when it enters this roller, an even amount will go through.
If someone down the line sees a part of the dough that needs to be fixed, the man feeding the dough at this point will give him a piece of dough so that he can fix it and make it smooth.
The dough will pass through a series of rollers that will press it thinner and thinner until it is the right thickness to be baked.
Between each roller, the men inspect the dough to make sure it is progressing down the line properly. They will fix the dough if it is uneven or becomes separated. They will use special air guns to blow away any stray pieces of dough that might make it uneven.
The dough is then run through the hole punching part. That's my favorite part. These holes will allow the matzah to bake evenly without bubbling up or folding.
The metal spikes in the roller go around and around, poking small holes through the dough.
The holes come out in straight lines. After the holes are punched, rolling blades cut the long dough on the lengthwise, and spreading wheels spread out the cut pieces of dough.
This machine cuts the dough widthwise, making beautiful squares of dough. These square matzah doughs are now ready to be baked into matzahs, and the conveyor belt will take the dough right through the long row of ovens.
The raw matzahs now begin the trip through a long series of ovens, which have a conveyor belt moving through them.
The ovens are heated by gas, just like many home ovens, and they are set to exactly the right temperature to fully bake the matzahs. At least one man will always monitor the ovens and make sure the fires are burning properly.
Yaakov, watch out!
Thanks, Jimmy, I see him. Watch the cord!
Yeah, I got it. I'm good. When the matzah comes out of the last oven, they will be fully baked matzahs.
As the matzah is put onto the next conveyor belt, high-powered fans blow on the matzah to cool them down so that it can be weighed and packaged.
Okay, now that's cool.
Shimmy, very good.
The matzah is sorted and then weighed to ensure that the right amount goes into every package. The measured matzah is then placed on a new conveyor belt that will individually package it in a plastic seal. This plastic seal will keep the matzahs fresh and also will prevent any chametz that might be in the supermarkets or stores from getting into the matzah.
The plastic packages are then loaded by hand into the boxes. The boxes are then put through another machine that seals it. Hot glue is poured onto the flaps of the boxes, and the flaps are then forced closed, sealing the boxes.
We eat matzah a few times during the Seder. First, by Motzi Matzah, we eat a kabeya of matzah, the amount of 1 egg. Depending on the thickness of the matzah, the exact size may vary. Then we need a kazayis for kairich, when we make a sandwich of matzahs and maror and dip it into the charoises, which is basically made from dates, apples, and wine. And then we need another kabeya for the afikomen during tzafon. In the times of the Beis HaMikdash, the afikomen would be the Korban Pesach, but today we eat matzah instead, as a remembrance. The sealed boxes are then loaded into cardboard shipping boxes, and these shipping boxes are loaded into trucks or shipping containers.
The matzahs can now be sent to stores around the world so that everyone can buy them for Pesach and all year round.
Shem Matzah's Mitzvah.
כל מה שאני עושה היום ראיתי כמה שרים עושה בשם מאצ'ס מצווה. כל מה שאני עושה היום ראיתי בשם מאצ'ס מצווה.
Shem Matzah's Mitzvah.
שם מאצ'ס מצווה. שם מאצ'ס מצווה. חייגו.
Shem Matzah's